First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello and welcome back to Fox 12 Now. Thanks for joining us. I am Greg Nibbler, live streaming here from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, and we cover a wide range of topics on this show. This one has to do with Southwest Washington, and in particular, Cowlitz County. So the Cowlitz County Commissioners voted to end a service contract with the Humane Society for Southwest Washington, thereby meaning that they can no longer care for any animals that are brought in to their offices. And so we wanted to talk to them about this and just to understand from the Humane Society's perspective a little bit more about what this means for the people and, more importantly, the animals of Southwest Washington. Here we go. Well, thank you very much for having time to talk to us here today. I want to walk through what this vote means, what the ending of this sheltering contract means. Before we do that, would you mind just telling us a little bit about yourself and the Humane Society for Southwest Washington?
Sure. Well, thanks for having me. I'm Andrea Bruno. I'm the president here at the Humane Society for Southwest Washington. And we are the largest animal welfare organization in Southwest Washington, really advocating for all animals. And we have two shelters, Longview and Vancouver. We have a community veterinary clinic providing low-cost services, vet services for people and pets in our community. And we're just really proud of the work that we do to provide services to the jurisdictions that need a shelter and the animals that they serve as well. So what people may or may not understand is that we don't have municipal shelters in Clark or Cowlitz County. In Oregon, many of the counties have their own. They've stood up their own municipal shelters. Here, we provide that service for the different jurisdictions in Clark and Cowlitz County. And so they have service agreements with us that we provide shelter. So we don't do animal control, but when an animal is either picked up by animal control or brought in as a stray over the counter by a Good Samaritan, we take those animals in. So it's kind of a one-stop shop for anyone that need help with an animal, resources, supporting our jurisdictions in animal control. And so by doing that, we really have one location that people can go to for all of their animal-related needs. And we can do it much more cost-effectively.
And this, so as you mentioned, so just understanding that too, as far as how that works from a county standpoint. So they do not have any of these facilities. They contract with you, and this is how those needs are taken care of.
That's correct. So through these agreements, we fulfill that municipal responsibility they have to provide these services for their community.
And you mentioned there's the two locations, Vancouver and Longview, so that covers a wide range there of Southwest Washington, Clark County, Cowlitz County. And there's a development now that has happened that is going to change some of that. Can you tell us about what that is?
Yeah, we have held the contract for the last year up in Cowlitz County for unincorporated Cowlitz County, as well as the other jurisdictions, the other cities in Cowlitz County. And we had come together with them to create this joint agreement or an interlocal agreement where we would all come together with one cost, one price to serve all of the animals in the county. We had a verbal agreement to it. We have been at the table the whole time, really in good faith, moving forward and having great conversations about how we can provide these services and also give them a 3-year plan and 3-year ramp up to try to get closer to cost recovery. So in the current proposal, year 1 of 2026, the cost recovery is only about 48% of our true costs. And so we've really been trying to be great partners and work with them and use some of our donor funds and other funds to support kind of the balance while they have some time to help us get to that full cost recovery. Unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago, we learned that the Cowlitz County Board of Commissioners chose to not be a part of this interlocal agreement and not to contract with the Humane Society for those services. And so despite some of our attempts to get back to the table, we just haven't been able to. And that's fine if they want to choose someone else and go a different route. We just don't have clarity that there's a good plan. And we served over 1,000 animals last year, and we are concerned about what's going to happen to those animals who need a safe place to go and medical care, food, support, and all of the services that we provide.
And so talking about that, as far as where, since the county's not providing these services on their own, they're contracting this out. Is there somewhere else that these animals would go, or what really happens right now?
So as of Sunday, we cannot take them in legally without this agreement. Legally, we can't provide those services for them. So we won't be able to take them in. To the best of our knowledge, there is no other organization that is suited to provide the level of care that we provide or have the capacity for the numbers.
So essentially, as of Sunday, somebody say finds a stray animal, they're unable to contact the owner, they bring them in for assistance with that, and you wouldn't be able to take them. What would someone even do in that situation?
That's correct. We couldn't take them, as hard as that is and as sad as that makes us. But they would have to go to the county offices, to the sheriff's department, and seek their help.
So looking at, where we're at right now, is there, I guess, I mean, that's the bottom line. So it sounds like there isn't any other service or place. They would have to go to the county. Just trying to really make sure that people understand that.
As best we can tell, they are trying to stand up some kind of a temporary situation for dogs at the county jail. But that's about all that we have heard. We have no clear plan, or I've heard a clear plan for cats or for the dogs that they can't reunite with an owner that might need an adoption pathway or a medical issue treated. We have no understanding of how they're going to handle abuse or neglect cases, hoarding cases. Last year, we took in a hoarding case from the county of 79 cats. That is no small undertaking, and that's something we have expertise to do. So, our concern as animal welfare advocates in this community is, what is the plan for these animals? We are here, we are ready, we are not trying to be adversarial. We just really want to get back to the table and see if there's a way for us to provide this service.
Was there a reasoning given as far as why these talks were cut off?
We were told it's financial, that they don't have the funds to support the contract any longer. And it's disappointing because we have worked really hard to keep this affordable for them, and we're actually taking a loss on this contract. And that's because we believe in the animals. We care about the animals. This isn't just business for us. This is really our mission and our passion. And though we need to get to a place of cost recovery for providing these services, because we are a nonprofit, we're in this for the animals, and we're trying to work together to find solutions.
What would be the ideal solution here at this point in order to rectify this, say, by Sunday, in order to be able to take in some of these animals?
Would be to come back to the table and agree to the terms that we already have on the board with the rest of the jurisdictions.
What comes next? What would you recommend for people out there who do come across an animal after this situation, if this continues on and after Sunday they're not able to bring it into the Humane Society, as far as helping out with that? I mean, I'm just thinking of somebody, I'm going to stray animals, but you mentioned all the other things as well, but finding a stray animal.
Yeah, so if you find a stray animal, you'll need to contact the Sheriff's Department, Cowlitz County Sheriff's Department, for next steps. That's the best information that we have right now. I think the other thing people could do is share with the Board of Commissioners and the Sheriff's Office their feelings about this, if they would like to see the county support animal services and renew this contract with us to create a seamless set of services. We encourage them to make their feelings known and reach out to the commissioners themselves.
What will happen to the animals that are in your care currently?
We'll continue to care for those animals, and we'll continue to find the right adoption pathway or whatever. So we will not, release those animals or anything. We will continue to just take those on and bear the cost of those.
All right. Well, Andrea, anything else that you would like to share?
No, I don't think so. I just, again, we really are just concerned about what the plan is for those 1,000+ animals that we cared for last year that we're anticipating will need support this year. We are an organization that is well equipped. We stand ready. We've made significant investments in the Cowlitz County community over the last year at the facility, in our partnership, and we would just love for them to reconsider this decision so that we can continue to provide outstanding services for the animals and people who love them.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us here on Fox 12 Now and letting everybody know about this. And we appreciate you joining us.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right. Big thank you to Andrea for joining us. And I do want to say that we did reach out to the Cowlitz County Commission We reached out to four of the commissioners there for a statement or a reply or anything really about this story, and we have not heard back in over 24 hours. So just wanted to let you know we did reach out. We'd be more than happy to speak to them if they did want to join us for a segment or send in a statement on that. But that is it for right now for this segment. We're going to be continuing on here with Fox 12 Now. This afternoon we've got more segments, more interviews that we're going to be doing. If there's breaking news, this is also the place to go. So depending on what platform you're watching on, whether you're watching on our mobile app, don't forget that we do have our connected TV apps as well. So whether that's Fire TV, Roku TV, Apple, Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, all those things. We've got an app on there that you can download and then, of course, watch us live and after the fact. Lots of programming on there for you to take a look at. So definitely recommend that. For now, though, we will switch back to our other programming, and I will be back at 3 o'clock speaking to Oregon State University about some new findings with Alzheimer's studies that they've been doing. So we'll have some information on that they're optimistic of maybe some future treatments that could be developed out of what they discovered. So pretty big news. We'll be talking about that at 3 o'clock. And until then, I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.